Hello, hi Suds family. Welcome to the live. I'm glad you're here. How's everything going today? It's been a beautiful day here today. I've been running back and forth. I'm glad you. Are you feeling better today? It's much better. I learned how to be creative with. You did. What did you learn how to do? What did you do? You need to help me because I am not creative with my videos. I just publish what I have. Hi, how you doing, Julia? I was just looking at your pretty picture on Facebook. I missed you. I love you, Julia. Okay, so you just when I get off, I'll check it out. Hey, Lance Acres, how you doing? You love my last garden video? Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm doing good today, Leela. A little. Julia, I've been running around here and there and didn't get to do my trivia questions. So today, you all get to ask me questions. The Suds, yours is about nature, but with a twist. Oh, I can't wait to see that. I can't wait. Linux family, and I'm doing decent. Could be better. I know. We all could be better, but by God's grace, we still here. We're still hanging on. We're still doing it. Yeah, we are blessed and highly favored. I'm excited. Do you know about B? No, what's B roll? I don't know about B roll. Hey, boss, you got it today. How you doing? You doing all right? I've been running back and forth all day. Okay, you all want me to tell you? I don't. Yes, tell us. Yes, yes. We here to learn. Boss said, "Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for asking." The Suds family. It helps with your video. Okay, good. Hey, RBL, how you doing today? And there is Vicky. Hey, how's my baby girl doing? You had a good? Did you have a good day? Did your pain go away? The Suds family is here, and she says she's feeling better. So I pray that you are feeling better also. Lennox family is about to start putting laundry away. I hate that. I will do anything. I will clean the commodes, anything, but I don't want to do laundry. Okay, I got 6 people in the live and 3 thumbs up. Y'all go ahead and give me those thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Vic, you feeling better a little? Okay, okay. RBL, I'm about to go camping. Oh, you about to have fun. But is your camper outside with nature, or do you have a camper that has a bathroom and all the necessities of life in it? Okay, the Suds family said, okay, so B roll is where you find unexpected video shots and add filters. You can also add special effects. Okay. Can you do that on iMovie? On the iPhones? All I have a 2-year-old helper, so I'm sure you can imagine how helpful that is. Oh yes, oh yes. Are you sleeping in a tent? Ooh. I know it's fun. I know, but I gotta have a bed with at least one of them little small refrigerators and a microwave. Ooh, but that's good. That's good. That's just not me. When you watch my video, you will see it's a new app called Blog It. It's amazing. It's available on our phone only. Oh, on our phone only? I'm sorry, everybody else. Oh, but that's good news. I'll check it out after this live. I sure will. I'll check it all out. I can't wait. Vicky going live today? Or is anybody else on the live going live today? RBL, I woke up once with a spider in my hair. A spider in my hair. The spider was a dead. Oh, see, that would have been it for me, because 2 steps, I would have been back at my house. I probably would have. I have to go to 2 different doctors, pulmonary, oh, okay, function, and I also have to go get tested for sleep apnea. Oh, I have that. My husband has it. We both have machines. My machine on my nightstand and his machine on his. When I was a kid, we could go canoe camping. Oh, okay. That sounds like fun. Now my family does canoeing and what is it? Water, those tubings and all that. They do that. Such I just use clouds and leaves. Okay. Okay, you might go live, you're not sure. I might have to try that. That's something different. And I like different, so it may take me a year to learn it, but okay, Vicky. My husband said that I stopped breathing. Oh, Vicky, yeah, you need that machine, girl. And you sleep good with it. It took me a while to get used to it because I got the little one that you just put up in your nose. My husband has the full mask. So it took me a while. But once I got used to it, your sleep is better, a lot better. Thank you, boss. That's right. Share it out, everybody. Share it on your Twitter, your Facebook, Instagram, or whatever kind of communication you have. I see you popped up, boss. You shared it out. It shows people in the live and 6 thumbs up. Everybody, I've been running today, so I didn't get any trivia questions. So today, I want you to ask me questions. And if I can, I will answer them to the best of my ability. You can ask me anything that your heart desires, anything, and I'll try to answer it. You can take your garden videos and cooking videos and make it super creative. Yeah, I can't wait to see this. I want to try this out. Yes. Have you heard about this, boss? What the Suds family, what she found out a new way of how you can do your videos. It's very interesting. Boss like, oh, you have you have to answer everything. If I can, now I'm saying that part. If I can, I may plead the fifth. If you get too personal, I may have to go to the fifth. But if I can answer it, I will. So somebody come on and ask some questions. Let's get it going on. The humble wife walk with our Lord. Hello, sweetheart. Welcome to the live. Today, you get to ask the host anything you want to ask me. And if I can answer it, I will to the best of my ability. But if it get too deep, I'll plead the fifth. Where do we go to find these things? Such family, you see that? Boss wants to know, where do we go to find these things? Now she said it was on iPhone or iPhone only. Vicky, you have 189? You're moving, girl. We're gonna be having a 1K celebration real soon. Okay, the boss wants to know, how long have you been married? Oh, that's the easy one. Everybody, y'all tell the boss how long I've been married, because I've been telling everybody in my lives about my marriage, and everybody should know. Somebody, whoever puts it up first, I will run their playlist. How long have I been married? I think I say about it in every video, every live. iPhone is the one that comes with Apple, yes. RBL 48. The Suds family. RBL, you were hot. But the Suds family, 49 years, I get to run your playlist. I'm going to do your playlist. Okay. The boss says, I don't have an iPhone. Vicky, 25 years. Vicky, I got grandchildren 25 years old. I have grandchildren. I have a grandson that is 25. You're welcome, Suds family. I get to run your playlist. Okay. Now come on, ask me a question. Y'all ask me a question. She said you can check on Android. They may have it. Boss says, okay, let me find my little bag so I can write this down so I won't forget. Okay, come on with question number 2 so I can run somebody else's playlist. Ask the question. If you get right, well, in that case, I asked you. But I'm supposed to be giving the answers, right? Okay. The Suds family, what's your favorite thing to cook? Desserts. Any type of cake or pie or anything in that field. I love to do desserts. But my family loves, I make five cheese macaroni, and my family loves that. So when we have family gatherings or even church functions, they have dinner at the church. It's a toss between my macaroni and cheese, my 5 cheese macaroni, or my desserts. Okay, let me go back up. I did read that. What's your favorite thing to cook? I got that. How many kids do you have? I have 2 daughters and 5 grandkids. I wish you could hear this. My 2-year-old is throwing the clean clothes off the bed with, oh, having a good time. Okay, the boss wants to know, how long did you and your husband date before you married? Well, boss, in 1970, we met in February and we got married May 30th. We met in February and got married May 30th of the same year. I was 17 and I turned 18 August 15th of that year, and he was 21. Let's see. The amazing. Hi, welcome to the live. Honest Sweets. What is your favorite flower? My my favorite flower is a gardenia. A gardenia. I love to smell them. Oh, they smell so good. That is my favorite flower. I'm not buffering on my end. Refresh your phone. It says, oh, I am. I have to make the mac and cheese this weekend because Sunday, everyone, is my husband's birthday, July 28th, and he'll be 71 years old. And we're having a dinner after church, so I have at my sister-in-law's house. So I have to make mac and cheese, and I'm gonna video it. Who built the deck? It's beautiful. That front deck, honey, we have been in this house, what, 35 years or more? 35 years or more. And the deck came with the house. So, but 2 years ago, it was a big tree right in the front of our house. And during the storm, it fell on the deck and it had to be rebuilt 2 years ago. So they redid it. But other than that, that deck is the same deck that was with the house when we bought it. And when we bought this house, it was a couple that we knew the guy. He had just gotten a divorce and he wanted to sell it quick. So we got it at a great deal. How did I get into to flowers? I've loved flowers since I was a child. I've always loved flowers. My brother was talking about that when he was looking at some of my videos. He said, when you was little, you loved flowers. Vicky says, happy birthday to Dad. I'll let him know. Hi, Josh. How you doing today? Clara, how you doing? Welcome to the live. The Suds family said, my husband and I dated 3 years before we got married. That's good. Yes. RB said, I smell cinnamon rolls. I love to smell them baking. The deck you showed in your last video where you had all the flowers. Yeah, that's the deck I'm talking about. That's the deck. And boss, it was on a Saturday night and it was storming. So I'm one of those who like storms and I like to watch them. But that night I felt uncomfortable with this storm. It was a bad storm. And I heard that whistling sound. And I told my husband, I said, we need to go in the basement. I'm hearing that whistling sound. And we hit the top step and something fell. This house shook. I didn't know. I thought it was the end of the world. We flew to the basement and neither one of us would go outside to see what it was. But you couldn't, it was dark. It was like 10, after 10 at night or something. And neither one of us went outside to see what it was. But we knew it was that tree that fell. We didn't know how much damage it had done. So that next morning when it came up, I hid outside. And all I could say was, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, because we could have been dead. It was really, really bad. Hello, Miss Douglas. Welcome to the live. You finally caught one. Good, good, good. Life Adventure with Kiddos. Welcome to the live. Thank you. Thank you for coming by. Thank you, my love. Was it love at first sight for me and my hubby? No. No, it wasn't. Couldn't stand him. And I'm being truthful. Okay. I was in Hampton, Virginia. I lived in the part of Hampton called Phoebus. And Fort Monroe is right there in Hampton. So I was a babysitter for one of the generals, not generals, I forget what he was, but he was next to a general. I babysit his kids. And so I would be sitting on the little bench waiting for the bus every day. And my husband, there on the base, he drove the truck that brought the mail in. And he would come through every day and he would be hollering. You know how they holler at you when you're sitting there? And I just thought he was a dirty old man. And I would turn my head and wouldn't even look at him. And he kept doing it. Every time he come through, he would holler at me and speak and try to get my attention. Finally, he broke me down and I spoke back. And then we started talking. And we've been together ever since. Not quite that bad, but we had a severe thunderstorm, just tons of sheet lightning for over a half an hour or two. That's a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot. Okay, anybody else have a question? Come on in. Ask the questions. Let me know. Let me know. What's Sud's family? What's your favorite hobby? My flowers. My flowers. I say that. The balls. Ah, that's a good story. Yes, yes. Been together forever and ever. Okay, not quite that. Oh, 2 in the morning. Oh, it happened at 2 in the morning. Okay. That seemed like that's when the worst storms are, late at night or early in the morning. Oh, and tons of rain. The sidewalks were completely covered, and the water was about 8 feet wide going to the middle of the street, and it was blowing very hard. Lennox, where do you live at? That's a bad storm. The boss wants to know, what kind of work have you done? In 2011, I retired from Walmart for 20 years. I was a department manager of ladies wear. And I was the manager of ladies wear the whole 20 years I was at Walmart. That was the job I had. Lois Fuller, welcome to the live. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. How is everybody else doing? You eat your watermelon? Okay. Miss Douglas, I love storms too. I'm strange. And my husband be getting on to me because I go to the window. the door here and stand, and it be thundering and lightning, and I want to see it. I want to see it, and I love to hear the thunder until it makes your whole house shake. Now I'm not too happy about that part. Okay, y'all ask me some more questions. Or did I miss one? Let's see. The boss says 20 years. I have never spent that long on a job. My head is off to you. And that's the truth. And in Walmart, 20 years, I didn't want to be an assistant going to the like managing the store and assistant managing the store. I didn't want that. And they tried to get me to do that. But I didn't want to live there. Those people live there. I wanted to work my 40 hours, or if there was a little bit overtime here and there, fine and good. But I wanted to go home. I wanted a life. I didn't want to come early in the morning. You don't know what time you're leaving. Nope. But people talk about Walmart, but Walmart was a blessing to me. It truly was. It was a blessing to me and to other people who followed me there. I used to have to hide from people because everybody, people say I'm easy to talk to. So everybody, well, people don't say I am. It's a gift that God gave me. And I don't know, it was something like, it must have been something on me. I don't know what they could see, but they knew that they could come and talk to me and that I would listen to them. And when I felt led by the Spirit to give them advice, I would. I would. But I mean, it was at least 20 people that it was hard for me to do my job because they would come in looking for me. They would want to know, is Beverly here today? Is Beverly working today? That go to the dressing room. That's all I get paid. Somebody at the dressing room waiting wanting to talk to me, and they would just follow me just like a puppy, just follow me around. But they were a blessing to me also. They were a blessing, and I still see a lot of them when I'm out. They still act the same way when they're happy to see me. The longest I spent on the job was a little over 3 years, but I went on maternity leave. Okay, how old were you when you had your first child? 21. 21. I have two girls, and I was 21. I told you, I don't know if you was in the lab, boss, but I had to tell them that, I was having a problem getting pregnant. And when I went to my gynecologist, he said, feed him a lot of fish and eggs. And tell him not to wear briefs, but to wear boxers. Girl, I started pumping that fish and eggs. You looked up, I was pregnant. Oh, I was pregnant. And then like a year and a half, probably a little over a year and a half later, I had our second child. And after that, I got sick and I had to have a hysterectomy because I was in the first stages of cancer. So I had a hysterectomy at 23. Lennox said, oh, I went to see a GYN yesterday and he made me, oh, I'm sorry. He didn't tell you what you wanted to hear, or he just made you mad how he did his procedure. Now, boss, my husband worked at Delta Airlines. My husband has had two jobs. He, when he was in the service, when he came back, we have a hospital here named Blunt Memorial, and he worked there for 6 months. And after that 6 months, he put in an application to Delta Airlines, and he got hired at Delta Airlines. And he worked at Delta for 36 years. He was a ticket agent. Oh, the boss, you go to women only doctor. Now, my two gynecologists, they were my two doctors that I had. They were both male, and they were good. They were very, very good. I know a lot of people say they don't only feel comfortable with the female, but those two doctors were awesome. Boss, wow, Delta, that is, yes, yes. And you know what, boss? I don't like to fly. don't like to fly, can go anywhere I want to go. Because when he retired, he had enough time in for our rest of our life. We can fly anywhere Delta fly, overseas, anywhere. Neither one of us don't go nowhere. But we used to fly a lot though. But since we don't go nowhere, got a little card. All I gotta do is show it. And other airlines, all we have to pay is a sales tax if we want to use them. Every single time I've gone to a doctor for a gynecological issue, they always end up telling me it's normal. He was good and thorough for what he did, but his ultimate conclusion was it was just normal. And every time it's not normal. We know our bodies. We know what's going I mean, I can feel it like before I had my hysterectomy for a whole year before. I kept telling how I was feeling. I knew something was wrong. And he at that time he kind of made me feel like it was all in my head, that I was too young to be having those kind of symptoms, that I was too young. But when he did the procedure, when he did the surgery, he apologized for it. Okay, any more questions? Y'all come on. Come on. Yeah, Vicky, where did everyone? It's six in the line, and I got 11 thumbs up. They disappeared. Y'all, what's going? Well, it's Friday, and I know a lot of people are running lives too. So, yeah, thank you, Vicky. Let's share you out. Let's share Mama out. That's right, Vicky. That's right. Um, Vicky, you got any questions to ask me? Boss been asking all the questions. Lennox, are you retired now? Yes, I retired in 2011. And my husband retired in 2009, I think. It was in 2009. And we're both here together. We haven't killed each other. But I enjoy being with my husband. I enjoy spending time with him. We have a good time together. This is our time. And it's peaceful and caring and loving. And we just piddle around the ball. So can you sing, and do you sing in the church? Now I used to sing in the choir all the time, but in the last probably 10 years, I don't sing as much. Now, a couple of weeks ago we had Women's Day at our church. So when we have Women's Day, we always ask all the women to come together and sing in the choir. So the video that's on my Facebook, on my YouTube, is me singing in that choir for Women's Day. But I don't have a voice. I'm just a number in the choir, to bring balance to the sopranos. But sometimes I don't bring balance to that. I'll be hitting the wrong notes. Miss Douglas, I'm still here listening and doing my house. You keep on doing your housework, but keep me rolling. Keep me rolling. Thank you, Vicky, for sharing. Lennox wants to know, what state are you in? I am in Tennessee. I live in Rockford, Tennessee. Have you heard of Alcoa Aluminum? Okay, um, Alcoa, Tennessee. That city is like a minute, 2 minutes from me. The aluminum company, you can see it from my front deck. You can see one of their plants from my front deck. But yeah, and I'm close to Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. Hey, John, you call me YouTube grandma. I guess I am. I don't know. How you doing today? Everybody's asking me questions today. So if you want to ask me a question about anything, if I can answer, I will. If not, I'll plead the fifth or keep on trucking. Make sure I didn't miss any. Hey, Jimmy, the boss asked, has anyone flirted with your hubby? If so, how did you react? LOL. Yes, they people flirt with him, but I just look, you give a look. They know, look at her peeping at me. she want they can ask me questions today, so that's what they're doing. Yeah. I got the good catch. They want him, but they can't have him. He's all mine. He said, just listen. Miss Douglas, my dad lives in, oh, your dad lives in Memphis? Oh, we love going to Memphis. The last time we went, is it the Peabody, Jimmy? Is that where we stayed at? The Peabody Motel? Yeah, we hotel, motel, whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah, the Peabody. We loved it. We loved it there. Vicky says, hi, Dad. She calls me mom, so she said, hi, Dad, to you. He said, hi. Oh, okay. I just asked you one. Oh, I did the one about the flirting. Did you ask another one? What state are you in? Come and tell us you knocked someone out. Lord have mercy. Come on. Oh, boss, I didn't knock nobody out. I think in this area, everybody pretty much knows, because everybody knows everybody, and everybody knows that we're pretty much connected. We're tight together. So I don't have any problems like that. Thank God. I could, but I don't. So, and we're always together. So I don't worry about that. I know where he's at and he knows where I'm at. So I don't have to worry about that. I know you're just teasing, boss. I know it. And we go to sleep before it gets dark, or at least Jimmy does, in his favorite room. Vicky, I don't have anything to ask. I know you talk to me all the time, Vicky, so you don't have anything to ask. The boss, you all meant for one another. Yes, we were meant for one another. That, yeah, we are soulmates. That's definitely for sure. We both been married once. I mean, to each other only. So yeah, we are truly soulmates for 49 years. I asked him if he would marry me again on our 50th next year. He said, I'm not marrying you again. Oh, Lennox wants to know, why did you start blogging? I have been thinking about it for a while, because you know how when you look up something on YouTube and you see how people, I'll be thinking I might be able to do that a little bit, and then when I would go and look about flowers and stuff like that, and I would see a lot of them just showed slides of pictures of their flowers or pictures of other people's flowers, and I said, well, I could do something like that. And finally, one day I just started. And I love it. I really love it. Vicky wants to know how many teeth I have. I have all my teeth, Vicky. I am a 68-year-old with all their teeth. I have all. They're all mine. Miss Douglas, hey, I go to bed early too. I need my rest. I know what you're talking about. Uh-huh. Asked your hubby, what did he think when he first saw you? Jimmy, James Leroy. He done locked up in his room. When he come out, I'll ask him. Yeah, he was cute in his little army uniform. He was wait a minute, I got a picture. Oh, you can't. Let me see. I thought our other wedding. You may not be able to see it because this is in silver. But this is our wedding picture. He had hair then. Oh, Jimmy. He locked up in that room because he has his TV on. I'm gonna call him. I got you on speakerphone, so talk nice. You hear me? I got you on speakerphone, so talk nice. I've been calling you, but you wouldn't answer me as usual. But the boss wants to know how did you, where is it at? How did you feel what did you think when you first saw me? What did you think?
Fuck you, a bad girl.
Huh?
Yeah, I said, I'm gonna get her.
Did you hear? You hear the boss? He said, "I thought you was a bad girl. I'm gonna get her." Thank you, Mr. Black. Bye. That's the answer. Yes, he is. Ain't he kind of cute? Hello, happy Friday, Red Curls. Happy. Let me see if I miss any questions. Hello, everybody. Yes. Yes, he is something. Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to put pictures up of my family, I guess. This son. And I have it all in silver. But that's me and Mr. Black. He's a deacon at our church, and I'm a deaconess. These are our two girls, Nikki. This is Jennifer. The other one is Nikki. Nikki is the oldest, then Jennifer. This is my oldest granddaughter. She graduated from East Middle Tennessee State. She's now in Lynchburg, Virginia, getting her master's degree. Oh my goodness, you're a deaconess. I had to ask what denomination. I'm Baptist, missionary Baptist. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you. I so love her. Thank you. I love you too, Vicky. I love you too. Boss, we need to. He done went and locked himself up in his man cave. He getting away from us. But he act like he ain't around, but afterwards he'll tell me, I enjoyed your live today. That was nice. I enjoyed it. That's awesome. Some churches won't even entertain the idea of a deaconess. Yeah, missionary Baptist does. Yeah. I mean, if your husband is a deacon, you become a deaconess. So, but yeah, he's been a deacon for probably 25 years or something like that. Yeah. And the church that the singing is at, where Yolanda is singing the song, that's our church, St. John Missionary Baptist Church. The Balls Baptist does. I grew up. You grew up in a Baptist church? Yes. I've been a Baptist all my life. When I was little, I went to First Baptist Church in Weldon, North Carolina. And then when I married Jimmy and he brought me to Tennessee, I ended up, joined the church, his home church, which was St. John Missionary Baptist Church. Yes, girl, you talking about hats? About 3 months ago, I gave away over 100 hats. Hats. I didn't have anywhere else to store them. I said, I'm getting them out of here. They were in the box, everything. This lady came by. She had been asking about my hats, and I had been trying to sell them on Facebook, to sell my hats. And I had sold some of them, but uh, my hats were over $100 each. I mean, they were expensive hats, and so and because I had the boxes for each one, and all the la di da, wore the suits with the hats and everything matching, did it all. But I got to wear. I didn't want to wear hats anymore, so I just she came by, and she thought that she was just going to get a hat, and I said, well, can you put all these hats in your car? And her and her husband, they got every one of them hats in that car. I had every color, every style. I had them. I did the hats, but I just got burnt out on my hats. Yes, I like your video, your review video, Vicky. I left you a comment too. I liked it. You did a good job. You did a good job. Wow, girl, the hats and the suits were just lovely back, and they were. Nowadays, then I wear dresses now. I, my suits, I gave a bunch of them away. I took them to Carms and different places. Then I gave some to people. Then it was some that was just so hard for me to part with because my husband had bought me a lot of them, and I wanted to keep those. But every blue moon now, I might wear one. Like this suit in this picture, I won't get rid of that one because my husband got that for me, and I have some other ones like that. But when I do put them on, I feel overdressed now. Over, it's just too much. Behind, I did used to in our church, you couldn't see nothing for them big. Like they say, don't sit behind somebody with one of them big hats. But it could be. I mean, it would be beautiful, especially on the first Sunday at our church. We wear all white, and back in the day, even the men used to wear white suits. The women would wear all white, and the men would wear all white, and it was beautiful. It was just beautiful. But now on first Sunday, the women still wear all white, and the men wear black suits or they were black tie or white tie, something like that. But back in the day, it was pretty. Now the Baptist ladies can wear pants, but not me. I don't wear pants to the back. You know they started wearing they're wearing pants in my church now, but that was the hardest thing for me to do was to wear pants to church. That was a hard one for me. But I can do it now. I even wear jumpsuits. I'll wear a jumpsuit to church now. A nice dress jumpsuit. I haven't got to where I don't do that look like you're going to the club, okay? But I wear a nice, a respectable looking one. However, I didn't make those playlists public specifically. I wanted to make a resource for people looking for regenerative agriculture, make it easy for a one stop place for many different conferences. That sounds nice, Lennox. Good. I'm going to have to recheck you out. This popped up when you commented. That's sorry. Yeah, we can't spam Linux. I mean, you can't use the spam words because the mods will get you, and that's their job to do that to keep the live clean and going. Don't mean no harm. I want you to still talk to us, but they will clean it up. Any more questions, you all? Any more questions? Lennox, where did you tell me you were at? Lennox Acres, India. Did I say hi to you? But I'm just noticing you. How you doing? I'm glad you're in the live today. Yes. The Baptists, because honey, what, about 10 years ago, they wouldn't even let a woman preach in our church. A woman could not even sit in our pulpit and not say she gonna proclaim the word of God. Oh no, they wouldn't do it. But now we have women preachers. Our church has come a mighty long ways. Lennox said he's confused. Yes, if I shout in church, at least I won't show nothing and I can go and do my thing. That's why I like churches that has no strict dress code. Yeah, uh-huh. You can wear anything to our, I mean, we don't talk about what nobody wear or nothing like that, but it's just me. I feel comfortable in certain attire because I'm used to wearing it. I guess over the years, I can hear my daddy in my ear too talking. You ain't supposed to wear that to church. That's the only thing. But they wear what they want to wear now, and for me to give up all my hats like that, girl, I won't go to a Baptist church with you can go to them now with pants on. Now it's a lot of Baptist churches in my area. One thing we got a church and a bank on every corner. A church and a bank on every corner. I never seen so many banks and so many the churches, which is a blessing because this area is supposed to be the Bible Belt. So it's a lot of churches here. But they wearing whatever they want to now. And all the other Baptist churches in our area are receiving women preachers now. I think my church was the last one to come in, to open their eyes to that because God can use anybody He wants to preach. Yet, but churches and banks, honey, you can't say you can't find a church or a bank. I never say, and they be right. The banks, it'll be a bank here and a bank right across the street, and a bank beside that bank. And I go, these people in Blunt County must have some money. All these banks, but that is a blessing. That is a blessing, and this community here is just growing and it's thriving. I remember when the traffic, it wasn't hardly any cars on the road when I first got here, and now it's back to back. You live in the state as Afro Black, just like Afro Black lives in Tennessee. You know what part? Wow, I didn't know Afro Black lived in Tennessee. Oh, yes. Oh my Lord. Oh, he's in Memphis. Oh yeah, he's like 6 hours away no, close to 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours away from me. But I love Memphis. That food is so good there. Yes, Vicky, you should go live today, baby girl. Sure, you should. But that food is really good. But I love going. Pigeon Forge is like 20 minutes away. And in Pigeon Forge, they have Dollywood theme park. And it's really nice. And we get season passes to go there. And then in Gatlinburg, it's a resort area. And when you go to Gatlinburg, you think you're in a different state, a different whole complete area. You wouldn't believe that this is a part of Tennessee. It's just beautiful in Gatlinburg. They have the ski resorts and all that there. It's a good vacation spot. Lennox says in Canada we have a limited number of banks, tons of credit unions. Though we have a bunch of credit unions. We have credit unions, bank, anything to deal with money. You ain't gonna have no trouble finding it here. No trouble whatsoever. Okay, Vicky. I mean, it's just popping. But in the real estate is not really the price on real estate's not bad here. It's very comfortable because a lot of people up north come here. They sell their house there for 1.5 million and come here and can buy a house for 300,000 that was far better than the house they sold for 1.5 million. The real estate is really good here. Yeah, just mainly five banks in Canada side and a couple of other non-main bank. Wow. Hi, KC, Detox Diva. Good afternoon, everyone. Where I am from, we have lots of liquor stores and church. I know what you're talking about. Hey, oh Lord, you go and get drunk, and then you go to church and get revived. We're just getting liquor stores in the last couple of years here. We had to go to Knoxville before. And if you want to get any alcoholic beverages, you could buy beer in the stores, like in the little markets and stuff like that. But a few years ago, we had to go to Knoxville to buy it. KC said yes. It's even out uh, a liquor store down the road from me. And I never thought in my lifetime I would see that. Afro, welcome to the live. How are you? Have your ears been burning? They should have. Boss Afro in the house. Hello, Miss Boss Live. Somebody saying. Afro, I didn't know in Memphis. I'm in Rockford, Tennessee. I didn't know you lived in Memphis. We're in the same state. What we're doing today, Afro, they're asking me questions about my life. And if I can answer it, I'm answering them for you. I am doing good. Yes, we are. We're in the same state. We're kindred spirits. Yes. Oh, I think we have 6 or 7 churches in my city, and it's about 20,000 population. But growing up in a small town, 4,000, about 15 churches. Yeah, yeah. I come from Weldon, and Weldon was about like 4,000, about like that. And they didn't have that many churches back then. I don't know how it is now. How do you manage to stay so beautiful, host? That's so sweet. You hear that, boss? You hear that, boss? A good husband, honey, who takes good care of me. Do you think Afro's hair is his strength? Boss, you crazy. It probably is. Yes, it is. Was it 6 women asked him to get married? It's got to be. Sounds good, my friend. One peaceful mind. Hello, welcome to the live. Yes, I'm glad you're here today. I'm glad you came by. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, I had to take my husband. I had to take my granddaughter to work today, and as we were going, I was saying we live in a split foyer, and these steps are getting me. And I said we're going to have to start. And I was looking at the ranchers and looking at different houses. So I would like to see myself in something on one level, but right next door, it's a lot in between our lot, and that my daughter owns that lot. And I said, it'd be nice if we could build something right there and rent out our house. Afro Black Boss been snitching on me. She really has. I'm telling on you, boss. One peaceful mind, handmade girl, Afro flirting with the Vicky said, I see myself in a $200,000 house. Go girl. That's right. 2 years old wants to be outside with daddy, but he's going into work. Oh, KC says, what do you think of van life or RV living? I like RV living. Well, we rented an RV once to go to Ohio to a family reunion, and I was fine riding in the daytime in it, dealing with it. But when it got time to go to bed, and you had to bring them little shades and stuff down, I couldn't do it. We had to go get a hotel room. I couldn't do it. I am on your side, boss. But when Afro talk, everybody melts. I tell you, it just does something to everybody. Hey, Santa, how you doing? Hi, Nana, you're missing me out. No, I don't miss you out, baby. No, no, no. But when Afro Black and Boss in the same room, honey, anything's about to happen. Wow, did you have Yes, that's what it was. That's what it was. I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with it. Now I have a friend that has a fifth wheel. I like hers. It has a fireplace and all that in it. It's just like being at home. I could handle that one, but the one it was just too compact. It was too small. I couldn't deal with it. Hello, Natural. How you doing? Welcome to the live. How how were you as a teenager? Do you really want to know? I thought I knew everything and didn't know nothing. And growing up, my father was a deacon also, so I grew up in a strict household. Um, where in my house, I never heard cursing. I never heard curse words. Darn was the strongest word. I said that one day. I said darn about something. I never will. I can still see my daddy, and he said he raised up his hand, and to me, his hands look like that. They just terrified me. And he said, "Don't you ever say darn in my presence again, because that's too close to cussing." Darn. So I'm doing today. I'm doing good today, Natural. How are you doing? Yeah, that's typical teenager. Afro Black. Look how the boss is acting up today. She acts up every time you come into the room. Come on in the room. We're just having fun, though. We're just having. But you know what? She's been quiet. What's going on, boss? We ain't hearing from you. Come on now. Come on. Don't tell him that Afro gets too much love. We gotta have somebody though, and he don't mind. He don't get mad at us, and that's good. That's good because it's all in fun, and I enjoy it. I really do. Yeah, my dad was a good man. Sanyo, I always feel like few parents miss out on so much of fun and happy moments with kids while being hard strict on. Yes, they do. Because I mean, I've told this several times in my life too. I never learned how to ride a bicycle. I rode a tricycle one time in my life. All I could do is sit on the porch and watch the other kids play. I couldn't play Monopoly because that had dice in it, and that's gonna take you straight to hell. I couldn't play cards. I couldn't play the games like normal kids to have fun. And I was made fun of because my parents were so strict. I couldn't do anything. What's your favorite verse in the Bible? Our favorite verses. My favorite verses is Psalms 91. I try to read that at least every day. Psalm 91 and Psalm 63. I love the book of Psalms. I love David's songs. OMGs. Same with my family. Come from a very conservative. Yes, yes, yes. Very strict, very strict. I couldn't. And the times that I could actually go in the street and play, what is it, hopscotch with everybody else, or do jump rope, they would make fun of me because I was so awkward. I hadn't. I mean, I didn't do it that much, so I was clumsy at doing it. Afro Black, you most definitely have that South vibe host. Thank you. Thank you. I love being in the South. It's nothing like the South. I love it. And then I'm from the other end of the spectrum where I was the parent in my household because my mother got her party on every day, and I took my brothers and sisters to church at the age of 13 through 20. Bless your heart, though. I'm glad somebody was there for your siblings. I mean, I know it was hard, but you had to do what you had to do at the time, and you were a blessing to them. There's no telling how they would have ended up if you weren't there in their life. So, my hat's off to you. My father wanted me to curse. I didn't want to. Oh no! Oh no! 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 Not no. I'm glad. Yeah, because and they used to call me when I was the little church girl. The little church girl, because my dad was he was at church about every day. Then he was the janitor of the church, and so then he took me with him when he cleaned the church. So I was always there. The boss said, "I wish I could have cussed, but my parents was not about that." I know that. Oh Lord, At the age of 4, I used to drink little Mickey, and I hung out by the card tables and smoked weed and cigarettes. They thought it was cute, but that's not cute. That's not cute. I'm glad God brought you through and brought you to where you are now. Yeah, I've seen that in kids' lives where, I mean, I've even seen videos on Facebook where kids be cussing and the parents be laughing, and some of these kids be saying words I've never said in my life. For the first time, I agree with Afro. One piece for mine. Oh, yep. Thumbs up, Afro, for once she agreed with you. Boss, LOL. Lord, those times. But back then I thought I was in a living hell and how horrible it was. And I couldn't do things like other kids. And like I've told before, in the lives, I was given away, my brother was given away, I was given away to the Carr family, and he was given away to the Stevenson family. And um, my mother, uh, that raised me, she couldn't read, write, or do anything like that. Daddy did all the shopping, he did everything for her. And as a child, I remember praying that if if when one of them died, that she would die first because she couldn't do anything on her own. She couldn't take care of herself. I seen that as a child. And at 13, she had a stroke and she died. But my brother was raised by the Stevenson family, and they were both alcoholics. And his mother, his mother couldn't read or write either. The lady that raised him, she couldn't read or write. And my brother could walk the streets, go wherever he want, do what he wanted to do, and um, he led that kind of life. But he always came to see about me. We always knew that we were brothers and sisters. That's what I can. One good thing I can say about both the families that raised each one of us, they always told us the truth. Where we came from, how they got us, and and where our family was. But my brother ended up in he ended up in a lot of trouble. He ended up going to jail. He has been in jail most of his life. He's out now. He's living in Nashville. He's doing good. I thank God for it. He brought it. But another thing I can say about my husband, during that time, my brother has been in federal prisons all over the United States. My husband has taken me to see him wherever he was. My husband took me to see my brother. He always made a way. Even there have been times when I wasn't even thinking about it. He said, "Well, it's time to go see Charlie. We need to go see Charlie." And he always took me to see about my brother. KC and see the boss. Well, we were in the church and in one of the best singing groups, and I was popular in the church singing. But the kids would be jealous and nasty things in school. I did not care. I was famous. I can understand you didn't care. Yes, yes. KC said I had a lot of freedom. I could have been pregnant and a lot of other things, but I found church in the early teens and I made it. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. That's what brought me through. Even as a child, I didn't know that how he was covering me and taking care of me. I thought I was being punished for something I had done, living this horrible life. But as an adult, I was blessed. I see it now. But as a child, you think you're in a prison. Afro says, I had a friend who had very strict parents, and because of that, once he got older, he just flipped out. Once he had freedom, jail first and pass. So, oh, that's what happens. That's what happens. Lord, it's so sad. It is so sad. But too much freedom is not good. And a child needs to have someone leading them, guiding them, and directing them. They need to have some kind of order. That's what happened to my brother. He did. He got on drugs real bad, and I didn't even know he was on the drugs. Because I was in my naive world because my family, Daddy had one son, and he was grown. David Lee. He was David Lee. When I was a child, he was like in his 40s then, and I was little. He was grown, and he was an alcoholic, and he knew when he was drinking, he better not come to that house, and he didn't. I mean, Daddy didn't fool with that, but he would always let me go over David Lee's and spend the night with him and his girlfriend. And I was shocked at that. But the best times in my life, some of the best times in my life, is when I went over David Lee's house. Now, some of the other men in the church who were principals and school teachers and everything else, and the pastor were molesting me. But when I went over the house with all them alcoholics, nobody did nothing. I felt safe. Nobody did nothing. My little sister. Okay, you want to put the bed up? You gonna get that blow up one out of the shed? Okay. My little sister said she was out roaming the streets. She was pregnant twice before 14. She had an abortion at 8 months, and then not even 6 months later, pregnant again, and had her baby. I raised her. Well, praise the Lord, you raised that child. She had an abortion at 8 months. Oh my God. How is she doing now? Sorry to hear that. Uh-huh. Oh Lord. I hope she's been delivered. I mean, she's straight now and able to take care of her children. Afro says, I think parents should give just a little leeway. Yeah, but it's the way you give it though, because that's something else I said. Because of my life, my childhood was so strict. I said with my girls, I weren't going, I was going to let them live and do things. And so they had house parties and all that, I allowed them. In nowhere in the world my daddy would let me have a house party. But all their friends, they love to come to our house. They love to come here and eat. I mean, I always had big meals. Everybody could eat with us. I did the 3 meals a day when my girls was growing up, 'cause my babies had to eat. But when they left, all that cooking ceased. Unlucky Panda, I'm so tired. Why are you so tired, baby? You always got a story for your nana. One Peaceful Mind said, when I was in church, I was really strict myself. Only after many years, and especially after I got married, I loosened up like a panther. Okay. Okay. When we look back over our life, you learn a lot of things and you see a lot of things. And how, when you were young, you think you know everything and you can do everything because I did. I mean, even in my sheltered life, I thought I knew more than my parents. I thought they were the dumb ones, and I knew how things should go, not them. And because they were old, they didn't know what they were talking about. But I didn't realize that they were young once also. So it's nothing new under the sun. Not nothing. Nothing's new. So it just comes in a different form and shape, but it's nothing new. Then it says it is important to have balance. It is important for kids to learn the why one should do or not do things. Parents provide structure and safety, but also learn responsibility and how to make good decisions. Amen. Unlucky Panther said, I was spending too much time on electrical devices, and mom told me to go outside. And when she went to her friend's garden or something, what did you do, Panther? Did you slip out? Afro, we know, we know. Are we still flirting with? Oh, the boss. One piece for mine. Yes, he is. Oh, Lord. Alicia. Afro says, Alicia. Lord, we've had a good conversation, y'all. I wasn't prepared because I had so much running to do earlier. I didn't prepare anything. But God always has a ram in the bush. He always make a way somehow. The boss life. What a good husband you have taking you to see your brother. You hear that, Afro? Yes, honey. It's no amount of money in this world that I would trade my husband for. No amount. He has been good because I have been on this journey of trying to find my birth certificate. He's helped me there. He's taken me places. I mean, it's unreal. It is really unreal what that man has done for me. Now, it ain't all been easy now. I don't want you to think, it's been rosy. Oh, no. A marriage is just like a job. You got to work at it. And we've done a lot of work. We worked to get where we are today. So, by God's grace, He brought us to where we are today. I mean, a lot of people thought we would never make it. We wouldn't. We wouldn't amount to nothing. During the earlier part of my marriage, I lost friends because I was told if you stay with him, uh, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. And we didn't speak for years. But the Lord opened it up. You got to be careful who you talk to and who you speak to and who you say those things to. Because as the years went on, I had, like you got to be careful how you treat people. You don't know who's gonna have to give you a cup of water. You don't know who's gonna have to give you a piece of money. And the Lord, during that time, over the years, we had to bless them with money. So, and I don't feel bad about it because God blessed us. But God will make a way somehow. When I decided to play soccer, I checked two playing fields because neighbors always shout at us when we play near the building we live in. Both were crying. Panther, you do what your mother tells you to do. I know you think you know best, but mother does know best. Boss, I get extra sometimes. Boss, you and Afro, the boss. All them people who told you that can go suck on a limit. That's right. That's right. That's right. Oh, and I'm gonna end it after this story. Um, like my biological father, um, his family, I always knew who they were. His mother would come and see me during the Christmas holiday, she would always bring me, bring me gifts, and was all she showed love. I felt love around her. And my real father, I couldn't remember seeing that man, but I say about probably about 30 years ago. I No, it hasn't been that 20 some years ago. I had the opportunity when I was searching for my birth certificate where I contacted my biological father. I didn't expect to hear anything back from him, and he responded. And he sent a letter. He said, yes, she was born on August 15, 1952, at John Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore, Maryland. And he said, I will send a letter to where you send, get your birth certificate to let them know that is your real birthday. And he did all that. And we started communicating and talking. And I sent him pictures of myself and my girls. And his brother, was it his? No, his brother's wife died, and we went back to North Carolina for the funeral. And he was going to be at the funeral, and we were going to meet. I thought for the first time. So anyway, he had a daughter by his marriage, and when she walked in the room, she looked similar to me. And she came up to me and she said, I'm the pretty one. And I go, okay, I'm the prettier one. That's what you're going to tell your sister when you meet her for the first time? So I overlooked that. And so then when my father came in, and when he seen me and my girls were standing there and my husband, he fell back. He lost his breath. He fell back. I don't know what he expected to see. I don't know if he expected to see someone homeless, or I don't know what he expected. Because my husband is taking real good care of me. So I don't know what he expected to see. My daughters. So he told me that he would come back and talk to me and answer questions later on that evening after burial. He was going back to his hotel, and they would get things together, and he would come back to see me. Well, he never showed up. He went on back to Virginia. Never came back, never showed up. From that day on, when he went back to Virginia, that man got sick. He never got up out of his bed. Or I mean, he got up out of his bed, but he was bedridden sick. He got sick. And he died, I think, within 2 years after that. But I was still communicating and calling and checking on him. And in one of our conversations one day, he told me, I was telling him how my life as a child was and how things was going. He said, I came to see you. He said, every time I would come to see you, you'd be hollering and crying and screaming because you wanted to go with me and my wife and my kids. You couldn't go with us. You had to stay there. Ain't that something to tell you, John? Ain't that something to tell you? And I go, well, I don't even remember that. I don't remember that. I don't remember him coming to me. And my remembrance was the first time I saw him was at at his brother's wife funeral. But he said he used to come see me all the time. But a lot in my childhood, I have blocked out. I blocked out. And I blocked that out. I don't remember any of that. I really don't. But he claims he used to come see me. You're going to go see a child and tell a child you can't take them with you, your biological child, because you have your wife and your children, which one was your biological daughter, but the other one was not even your daughter. And he thought more of that daughter that was not his daughter. He showed more love for her than he did his biological daughter that lived with him. And I said, God knew what he was doing. And my sister Margaret, my biological sister, we started communicating. And over the years, she said, you think you had such a, they all had this rough way of talking. You think you had such a hard life? Well, you are blessed. We had to sleep when we were in New York. We lived in New York. We had to sleep in Central Park. We slept in the park. You had a roof over your head. And I go, ain't God good? Because I could have been sleeping right out there in the park with them. There where I thought I had such a rough life, I was blessed. Never went without a meal. never went without a roof over my head, I was blessed. My whole thinking started changing there. And I'm gonna have to read what y'all been commenting after this live is over with. Because I've been telling y'all everything. But you know what? Everybody feel like my family, and I feel so close to everyone. And I love you all. And you have brightened up my and brought joy to my life. So everything is for a reason. God don't make no mistakes. He has a reason for me to be here at this time and this place, and for you to be here at this time and this place. And through hearing about my life, I pray that I can bless someone with their life to know, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. It may be hard. You may not see your way out. You may think you don't have a way out. You may feel in prison, but brighter days are coming. You hear what I'm saying? Brighter days are coming. It may be dark right now, but God gonna pull them clouds away. And people are trying to make, and I've been through that point in my life where I thought there was no God. I thought He didn't hear my prayers, and I knew my Heavenly Father loved me. But when you're going through something, you want instant relief. But our time is not God's time, and He's never late. He's never late. He's always on time. But it's not our time, but it's God's time. And it's always perfect time. I'm getting ready to leave, my love, but I got to tell you this. I want you to speak, decree, and declare this over your life. I am courageous. I am unstoppable. I am victorious. I am loved. I am blessed. I am gifted. I am anointed. I am successful. I am healed. I am healthy. I am beautiful. I am whole. I am confident. I am forgiving. I am grateful. I am generous. I am strong. I am favored. I am able. I am powerful. I am fruitful. I am God's masterpiece. That's a mouthful. You are God's masterpiece. He don't make junk. Amen, amen, amen. I love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. on my live again. May God bless you and keep you, is my prayer. Bye bye.